Hello guys. So I once again welcome you all to the AutoCAD tutorials by MCG CAD Works. I know we are coming back after a long time, but we were preparing something for you all. There is a surprise announcement in this video, and and it is for the Indian guys, it is for the Hindi speaking guys, it is especially for them, a special announcement for them. But coming on to this video, we will be talking about the next panel in AutoCAD. uh, so let me introduce myself. My name is Viraj, and you are all to this channel, AutoCAD tutorials by MCG CAD Works. We have made a lot of videos on the AutoCAD from the beginning, from how to download it for free to the various panels in detailed. Videos are there on the channel, so you can check out the various videos on the channel. So without wasting the time, we will be heading on to the AutoCAD. Let us on the AutoCAD software. We have AutoCAD 2020 English version, and it is the student version. AutoCAD 2021 has been also launched, but I recommend you to get it downloaded in the 2021. For the folks who want to download it in the 2020, we recommend to download the AutoCAD, the Autodesk AutoCAD 2020 software. And there is one more version of AutoCAD, that is the AutoCAD LT. It is for the 2D things. The AutoCAD, which is the general term, is for the 2D as well as 3D. We will be covering all the aspects of the AutoCAD today, and we will be covering all the left ones panels positively in this video, and so that we can move on to the special video that is coming for you all guys very soon on the channel. So till our AutoCAD is opening, you can I suggest you to get all through the tutorials. And if someone is beginner here, so he can watch how to download the AutoCAD on the previous or that is given in the previous videos, and we will be forming a playlist for that very soon, very soon, positively by today itself or by tomorrow itself. So we will be making a playlist for you all guys. So just get subscribed to the channel, and if you think this video is informative, so you can like this video. And if there is some suggestions for us, you are most welcome. You can give the suggestions in the comments, or you can email us at mcgcreations 793@gmail.com. We will be providing the email in the description also. So here, let's go. You have to click on the start drawing. As if you are a all subscriber, you know all this interface. This is the interface, and if you are new here, so you can go on to some of the previous tutorials, that is of basics of the AutoCAD. And these all panels we have covered: the draw panel, modify panel, and annotation panel as well. Today we are going to cover the layers, blocks, properties, and mostly this groups, utilities, clipboard, and view. So let's first start with the layer. Now, what is layer? Layers are the different things. Likewise, I show you something. This is, let us on ortho mode. You can ortho mode by pressing F8 also. So the ortho mode icon is this. You can just click on to ortho mode, this, and this, going to this, and escape. So here the line is a bit awkward, so let us change this. Let us be it at this. So let us go on to the layer tab. So this is the basic thing, and it is in the 0 layer. You can see here it is in the 0 layer. So how to make a new layer? You can just go into this tab, that is layer properties, or so here is the layer properties tab. You can change the name of the layer, you can change the color of the layer. Likewise, if I do this yellow, I going to OK. So this object is in this layer, so this will change to this layer. Now how to set up the name? Just double click onto this, If you press enter, you will get a same layer, but you can just change the name. I will call it my first. So now we will talk about this later. I am just showing you how to make the colors of the layer. You can also set up the line type. The line type video, just click on OK. You can just set up the line type, just click on this. There are different line types, just click on others, and you have to load all the styles. So here are all the styles. Now which one you want, like I want center, so I will OK and OK. So here is the center also. So if I go on to the line type option, there will be a center also here, or you can just load it and you can just give any of the center like you want. I am giving the center. Where is the center? This is the center. Okay, so all the one or more selected line types will be loaded. Reload. So okay, and there would be center line style. Now just click on OK, and there would be a center line type. Now you can set up the line weight, that is how thick your line should be. You can set up the transparency also here, and you can just freeze or glow the layer, and you can just add the description here. So this is all the things you can do here. And by clicking on to this one, and this one, you can just select the layer, or you can, if I select this and if I tick this, this would be my current layer. And if I am in the my one, and if I want to make it the current layer, I will be just going on to this and will be selecting this. If you want, you can just delete this layer by going on to this. If you want, you can just make a new layer by going on to this, and if you want, you can just copy one more layer from this. I will just delete this. I will also delete this. I will make this as my current layer, and this. So now whatever line I would be I have to just select this, and whatever line I would be making, it would be firstly the center type line, and secondly it would be in the orange color. Let me change this color into blue, so that you can just understand the concept of layers. So there, what from the layer you have understanding that layers are the multiple, you can just say the films. Likewise, our AutoCAD screen is divided into 9 to 10 films. In the most complex objects, where you have to just give many colors to many bodies, and you have many objects in the, so it is preferred to give a layer presided to this. And now one more thing, if I want to lock this layer, so this layer would be locked. And if I just going to select this, there would be no changes made into this layer. You can just unlock it from here. Now this is the freeze in or thaw in all viewpoints. So if you freeze this layer, if you on a viewport, then it would be just this layer cannot be frozen as it is the current layer. Now firstly switch on to this, and then going on to this layer, and just when you will just we have this cited as, so just go on to this one and freeze all layers, and this will be removed. However, this object would be presented here. Just click on to this and you will get the objects back. Now this is the turn on or a layer on or off. What is the use of this? In all viewports, your layer would be freeze or thaw, it will not appear, and if you just create a viewport of this would be on. So this is the concept of layer. Now there are many options. This is to turn on or off. Now this is to isolate. This also acts as the freezing. Now there is the freeze tab. I decided to lock, make current, match layer. You can match the properties of two layers. You can just unlock it, just thaw all layers. You can just thaw all, click on thaw all layers, and escape. You can just click on thaw all layers. Select an object or a layer to be unlocked. You can just unlock this. Thaw all layers, and all layers have been thawed. If the layer is in freeze, so then it will be inverted, it would be unisolate, and it would be turn on all layers. And there are many options here. They are not of very use. It will come back onto the previous layer, it will be changed to current layer. So the layers you are thinking of will be changing to current layer. Copy objects to new layer, you can copy object. Layer work, you can go through many layers. VP freeze in all viewports except current, so it will be shown in current and no other viewports will be shown here. Then this is the merge, you can merge two or more layers. And then this is delete, you can delete this. And you can also access the layer properties from this panel also, that is here. So you can just keep on this and आपको ये, and then it will not just go back. So this is the layer tab, this is all about layer tab. Let us select this. We would be discussing all the things in some more details very soon when we have done all the things. So my one I want to delete this. So let us just right click. So let us just click on the layer properties, there would be my one. Let us just delete it. The selected layer was not deleted, the flowing layers cannot be deleted. Layers 0 and F points the current layer. Layers containing objects or close. Firstly we have to just click on the layers. Now clear all, and I have to just, the selected layer was not deleted, I think it is selected as the layer, so this is not deleted. Let us just delete it. So yeah, agar if the layer is selected then it would not be deleted. Let us convert back the current layer into the white thing, that is the white color. And okay, so this is all about the layer tab. We will be discussing a much more detail in the upcoming part. Then it is the block option. Actually it is not of many use for the simple drawings. In this, if you have a number of objects, a number of things, then you can just make a block of it. As it is not much of use, so we will not be talking much about this, but I will just make you understand what is it. I just draw a line, and just I will hold this and I will delete. Let's select trim, right click, and I will delete this. Okay, so this is what the my things are. I will just copy it to as many as possible. I will just copy it, this one, this one, this one, press enter. Now specify the base point. I will just make the center, and I will just copy it, copy it, copy it, and copy it. So escape. Now these are all the patterns. If I want to create a block, now you can just insert. This is the insert tab. This is the create a block. You can just create a block name. Let us give squares. Now base point, let me specify on screen. Okay, now pick a point. Let me pick a point. Specify the insertion point. Always keep the insertion point as the preferred ones, so I'll just keep it here. Now this is the insertion point. Specify select objects, so I will just select objects, this, enter. Now I have selected the objects. You can just delete the selected objects after making the block. Behavior annotative, or you can just select this. So I have just select this, and okay. So now if I want to insert this object back, I will just, this is the base point. So base point is the thing from where you enter this. If I want to insert it once again, I will just click on squares. So if there are multiple things you have to add in a drawing, so you can just make one of them, make it a block and insert it wherever you want. So this is the square thing that we have done. Now this is the option of the block editor, or block to create or edit. So I will just take squares. Okay, now there would be a block editor. Going on to this, there would be a many lot of you can just edit the block, you can just open it by this command, that is the block command. You can save the block, test block, auto constrain the block. These are the various things. You can just go on to the block, show hide all blocks, linear. These are the measurements you can show. Block table, you can enter table. You can just delete the things like this, etc. So and when all the work is done, you can just close the block editor. Now this is the single multiple. You can just insert multiple blocks. This is the attribute, block attribute manager, synchronize, retain attribute, display, set base point. You can just change the base points and all the things. You can just click on to here. So this is the block that you can just enter here. And now the things that how you can actually just you can just attribute a definition. I will it's not much of use, but let me show you. This will lock position, multiple lines, verify, tag. Let us give it a tag of name, prompt, what's your name, default. We will just not enter this. Justification, let us give it center. Text style, we can just standard. Okay, let's give okay. There would be a name thing here. Now whenever you will just click on to this, you can just attribute. Whenever you will press attribute direction, then it will just ask you to edit the block. Okay, so this is the thing, this is the name tag. I will just make it and press the delete. So this is the all the functions of the blocks in AutoCAD, or blocks panel in AutoCAD. Okay, so this is the block, and you can always insert any of the block from your recent drawings or from another drawing by your own ease. Or if you add it, if you want to add it the block, just added the block definition. Okay, and these are the things that you can just change, attribute, definition, etc. You can change, edit block, squares. Okay, you can change this, save block, and you can just delete the things up in this block. Like I just delete this, enter. Constraints you can delete in this. These are the action parameters. These are the close block editor. So you can just close it, discard the changes and close the block editor. So this is the concept of the blocks. Now moving on to the match properties. Match properties is the easiest part. Let me create a line. This is the line. I just right click options for its properties, or you can what you can press, you can just press control plus F1 for the properties. These are not the properties of this man. I just go on to quick properties tab, quick properties. Here are the quick properties of this line. This is the quick properties tab. I just go on to properties. Proper properties panel is this. This is the whole panel. I just change this color to say it red, and I just change this line type to say it center. Now just close this. Now if I create this line and I don't want to create any layer for that, and if I want this line to be matched with the properties of this line, what will I do? I will just click on the match properties, this select the source object from where you want to match the properties, and select the destination object, click on it, and your properties would be matched. So without creating a layer or without creating something, a block or anything or a copy, you can just match the layers of the different things by this. One thing that you have to change, that is the line type and line scale or line properties would be same. So if you want to do it in 2 or 3 things, you can just do this, or otherwise you can just create a block. Likewise we have a square block here. So let us delete the things. Just press delete. Now this is by layer. You can just select the color here, and the things would be automatically drawn in that color. Likewise I have selected the orange color, you can say here. So this is an orange color. I just move back to the white. Now by layer you can just select the thickness of the line, how much you want the thickness. Then you can just select the center continuous thing of the lines, what is the pattern of the lines. Then there is the transparency. You can just increase the transparency, or you can just decrease the transparency from this list. You can just list onto the objects. About it will give all the information regarding the object. So it is the function of the list. So if you have to make a report of anything, or you have to make a screenshot of the things, or you have a college project about the things, so you can just use the function of the list command. You can just access the list by list typing in the command box. So this is all about the properties panel. Now there is a group thing, we will use it in the in the 3D mostly. It is just used for the group selection. Likewise I have to select multiple things, so you can just create by using a blue window or a green window. So it is the most easiest way. So we will not be coming on to this thing. Group is for the larger things. Now this is the measure. You can just quickly measure the things up. Likewise I have created a random line. I want to measure this quick. So this, from this thing, it will be giving me the measurement of this. I can just measure the distance. So from this point to this point, it would be giving me the distance. So if you don't want to annotate it, that is, you don't want to give the dimension, but you want to roughly get a thing that what is the distance here, so you can just click on this, and there are many options. You can just go on to them. You can also measure the area and the volume. In the area you can measure in the rectangle of the 2D, and you can measure the volume in the 3D objects. So this is one more utility tool. This is the quick select. You can just quick select. You can just select all things. The most preferable is selecting it by the mouse click or by the green window. This is the calculator mode of the AutoCAD. So this is in the utilities thing. You can just paste the things up in this, cut, control, copy, and this is the base view from model space AutoCAD manager. This is for the 3D things. So now coming back to the layer properties and block panel. I know block and layer are some bit difficult to understand, but we will make every effort to make it to you in a easy way. So firstly we will be talking about the um, layers thing, that how you can create a new layer, and how you can just make the things up. So you can just go on to the layer things. I have made you understand about the layers. What are layers are the different types of films. You can just create the objects in many layers. So I will just make a rectangle. Firstly I just make this type of rectangle, pressing the enter to repeat the command. I make this type of rectangle, then pressing the enter I make this type of rectangle, then pressing the enter I make this type of rectangle. So these are the various rectangles I have made. I want to make it a bit easy for me to get these to work on these rectangles, preferably for me. So what can I do? I can just make the objects in various layers. I will just make various layers, and then I will just incorporate these objects onto that layers. I have 1 2 3 4 and 5, so I will just make 5 layers. So I will click onto this. You will make a new layer from this. I will make it first, then I just make second, then I just make third, and then I will make fourth. Okay, so these are the various layers. I will just give it this yellow color. Okay, then I will just give index colors red. Okay, then blue color, cyan we say it in AutoCAD, and then I will just give the green color. So these are the index colors, these are the basic colors. I have given all the layers these colors, the respective colors, so that I cannot confuse in the various layers. Now I will just select my layer first. I will select the object, and I will just make current. Okay, now I will just make it to the add selected and escape. So this is now in the first 0 layer. If I just freeze all the layers, I will just freeze. This layer cannot be frozen because it is the first layers. I will just be selecting this. Cannot make the selected layer cannot be made the current the following frozen layers. So I will just make it, and this is the things that is been there. So now I just copy object to new layer. This is the option. You can just use it to make the objects copy to new layer. Now you have to just select the objects, press enter. Now select object or destination layer. I just want first to be selected, base point, escape. This is not the thing. I just make this the first layer. Now layer fading you can control by this. You have to just copy objects to new layer. So now I will just select the objects to copy, enter, select object on destination layer or name. I will just make the first. I will just copy the layer, but it is not having this. So how to copy the objects to different layers? This is the question. So how to move objects in different layer. Before this, I'm just talking about what is the most easiest method forming the layer, or you can just make the uh, layer 2 like this. You can just make the object first and then move to the layers. So this is previous, this is changed to current layer, copy objects to new layer, layer walk, pp freeze, merge, delete, make current, match layer. You can just go on to this. So these are the things. Sorry. You have to just click on the home tab, layers panel, move to another layer. Now home tab, layers panel, this is move to another layer. So where is the move to another layer thing? This is the thing I'm talking about. The AutoCAD has not been working on the easiest way of making the layers work. It is just making it making it difficult for everyone, so that the things got, they also don't have that thing, because changing the AutoCAD just from one thing to another, changing the AutoCAD from one thing to another, it would be just the things now move to another layer thing is just being, I don't know where it is. I think so, move to another layer. I just don't know where it is. It is linked that it would be in the home tab, layers panel, move to another layer. Now this is nothing, the things are nothing here. Move to another layer, this layer properties, we have this access it also, show panels, we have this access it also. There's nothing move to from the things that is move from one thing, but it is for the June 20, 2018. You can also move objects between working layers, component start pass layer. Working layers are the layers AM0 to the things. Now just we are not having this, I will just watch a video. Then till then we will be talking about the various things. First, 4 second, these are the various layers we have been talking about. I'm just worried that what AutoCAD is doing in the 2016 version, in which we all have practiced, the things are a little different, and what the Autodesk is doing. So now we will be moving on to one more thing, delete a block. Delete a block. So I can care, but I can select insert tab, block definition panel. Think about purge is a command you want, though if there is an instance of the block in the drawing, you will not be able to, unless you are not trying to delete a block at all, you are just wanting to edit it. Then you put delete work in the help window. The first item that comes deals with mistakes. I can understand the potential confusion. So deleting a block is also not so much the things. It is just frustrating that the block, there is a block editor, but there is nothing for this. Let us just try blocks palette. So recent blocks, redefine only, insert. There is nothing to actually there is nothing actually for the things. Actually it is in this tab. So current drawings blocks palette, others drawing blocks palette. Just there is not a command from which you can just delete a block. You can just, there is a block here. So I think ref edit is a command. Ref edit is a command for this. Ref edit, not a valid, it is for the xrefs. I got it. So we will just discuss it in the next video about what we have to do. So this is all about the various panels in the AutoCAD. There are the various layers. We will be discussing about the layers very soon in the next videos. Sorry for the inconvenience, but as actually I have also covered, so we have worked mostly on the things like Autodesk 2016, so it is not like that. So just deleting the various layers, making it the current layer, and deleting this also. So this is the also, I will just watch a video on this and I am coming back to you, just 1 minute. So मैं वीडियो देख रहा हूँ और नाउ आई हैव गॉट दिस कि क्या करना है. मैंने लेयर का भी देख लिया है, उसका भी देख लिया है, द थिंग ऑफ मतलब मैंने उसका भी देख लिया है, लेयर्स का भी देख लिया, ब्लॉक का भी देख लिया और वो भी देख लिया. सो वी विल जस्ट टॉक अबाउट इट इन दी एडवांस थिंग्स. सो मैं वही देख रहा था कि वीडियोस जो है वो देख रहा था. एंड ऑटोडेस्क से मेरी यही शिकायत है कि यार अगर आप अपडेट निकाल रहे हो then please make it a little bit easy for all the students. Like I have done the AutoCAD in 2016, the things are different. There was no option for deleting the block, you have to use the purge command there. So I just regain it through the video. And this is the AutoCAD 2020. A lot of interfaces, not much different, but yeah, there is a difference in the interface. So Autodesk just need to take care about it. I have seen the layer block. Sorry for the inconvenience that we were not just getting it, but this is what the thing is. I just want to make it uncut for you, as it is delivered to you straightly. If I cannot get anything, then I will just make a little cut and paste in the video and then just make it. If I am facing some difficulty, you can also face that. So just don't ever just make it fake your professionality. If you are just struggling at something, so just make it to the world like it is, and just accept it as you are also not a god. You just not get everything like you want. So why would be you shy? So why would be doing your shyness and not getting the things straight up? So I have gotten the video, just returning back to the laptop, just making the sound of my phone on not to disturb. This one, Yeah, we have to use the purge command. This attributes, this is the things, this is how to delete this. Yeah. uh, so yeah, I have gotten up all the things. Just we are doing this in, yeah. So this is the thing. Now this, there is a block, we have inserted a block here. So this is the block that we have. Now how to delete a block? Just go on to this AutoCAD. uh, Now drawing utilities, there would be a purge command. You have not to use this with the things that are already in your drawing, like this. There is a block, this is the block. If I do purge all, block T7, purge this item, 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 and whenever you just go into here, you will just get a block. So what you have to do, you have to just delete this. Okay, now how to delete it permanently? Go on to drawing utilities, go on to purge. There is a block thing. Confirm it each item to first. There is a preview things. Here is the preview first all. So I just go on to the first all, and this would be first close. Now there is no recent block in this. That's how you can just delete a block. Now how to change the second doubt of us, that is how to change the objects from one layer to another. So I will be just drawing, let us take the rectangle. I would be just drawing this. Okay, now I will be just pressing enter. I will be drawing one more rectangle. I will just create one more enter, and I will be drawing one more thing. So these are the three things. I will just make it, right click, go on to quick properties. These are the properties. I will just change its color to cyan. Then I will just move on to this. I just wanted to add firstly a new layer. So how you can insert it, you can just go on to you can just go on to layer properties, make one more layer, layer 1. I will just give it yellow. Cyan I have already selected, and I will just make this color change to yellow. Index color yellow. There is index color 2 yellow. Okay, now I will be making one more layer, and I will be giving it red. So I would be giving it red, so giving it red index color. So this is the red color. Okay, so now just close this. There is a current layer in which cyan is there. I just want to give it, I just escape it. This is the thing that is here. I just wanted to make it okay. So this is the thing. I just go on to the layers, red layer, match layer, select object or destination layer, this and this and this. Okay, so you can just select object, enter, select destination layer. I just select the following as the destination layer and press enter. Use current layer, yes. So this is the current layer. Now this thing is in the layer 0. This escape, this thing is in yellow layer, and this thing is again in 0 layer. The color has not been changed, but this thing is in yellow layer. Now if I want to move this thing, I will just red. So now if I escape it, this is in red layer, this is in yellow, and this is in 0 layer. So you can just change the layer from one more option. Go on to properties, there is a layer thing, you can just give it red layer. Okay, now if I want to give it the color of the layer, I have this yellow, and if I just give it to the layer, so this is already in the yellow, so this is in yellow thing. So these are all the layers. Freezing and opening of a layer I have told you earlier. So this is about the layer thing we have done about the layer. Then the block, and then the thing that how to delete blocks if you are not using that, how to change the layers, the second out. And then a third thing is the attribute thing. I would be just making a table. We just construct a table in the things in the various drawing files. So this is the table style. You can just change the columns, this number of columns, column width, you can just increase it. I will skip on 5 data rows, 2 3 4 5. You can just change. I will just make it 2, and okay. So there is a table being constructed of escape. Now this I will just make it delete, making a one more table. So table style is standard. You can just go on to the various table style. You can just make one of your own. Okay, you can just get a table from a data link, specify window. I will just making it 2, and data rows 2. First row style you can just take on header, or you can just make it title. Second row style I will make it header, and third row style is data, and then okay. Now this is my table. I would be just inserting it here. Now this is my title prompt. I will just make it drawing. I will just write drawing here. This I will select this. I will just want to change the style of this. Standard from standard to Benita. Likewise, I just want to change the text to, let us change it to Times New Roman, simple Times New Roman. So I have changed this from Times New Roman. Now what will you can just enter the various aspects of table here. Now text editor is closed. I will just make it a copy of this thing. Copy, select object, no, copy, select objects, enter, specify base point, enter. You can just make a whole table because drawing is a part of that. So I will just make this. I will enter name here, enter name drawn by, enter title, enter. Now sheet, header, or you can just give it a date prompt, and enter. So this is the things. These are all done. Now how to give attribute to it. So now in the block, for giving the attribute, this is the create block editor single. This is the define attributes. This is the attribute block manager. This is the synchronize attribute, retain attribute display, and this is, so I will just give on to attribute. just make the points as. Now firstly I will give the name. You can just insert the name, prompt, name, default name, text justification left. I will just make it to right, standard text height okay, and I will be just inserting the name here. I will move it a bit here. Okay, so this is one thing. Now I will just enter. Now I will be giving the drawing, and I will just give it here, drawing. You can just click on to this. This is the things. From this you can also edit the attribute block manager thing, drawing prompt, drawing, default drawing. Okay, now I will just make a block of it. Let us create a block. Pick point, this objects. I will just select objects. These are the objects selected. Enter. Convert to block, and okay, their name must be at least one character long. Close. So this is the title box. Okay, so now it is a block. Now you can give the drawing में आप कुछ भी drawing में you can give it something like I give it AutoCAD. Okay, coming on to this name, I just give it title. Okay, so now whenever you will look onto this is the title AutoCAD. So you can just you can just make a block like this, and there is a block in this. So I will just, what I will do to delete this block, I will just give it a delete thing. Moving on to this, go on to drawing utilities, go on to purge. When the purge is open, I will just give one purge all things, and this is done. And now there is no block in this insert thing. So this is all about the layer properties, insert thing, properties, groups, utilities, clipboards, clipboard views. So here all the 2D things of the AutoCAD is done. So I am just going to prepare the final video for you all, and here is the special announcement for all the Hindi speaking people. The one we have got a lot of emails about doing a AutoCAD session for 2 hours purely in Hindi for the Indian people. So we will be going to do this. We will be just discussing the things of the just we will be doing like we would be doing something close. There are objects in this layer. Let us first delete the objects in the layers. Def points, red, yellow. So I just go on to this, then this, and we will have one layers view and defines the current layer, layers containing objects, close. So I don't think layer is containing an object. Layers is containing an object. So yellow is the layer now, 0 points, red. Layers, select object on layer to delete. Layer properties, there is a define, there is a 0, then this, there is a 0. Picture layer cannot be made again, the following layers cannot be made again. So different frozen layers. So any layer is frozen, yeah. So I will just make this the current layer. then I will just make it X of dependent layers containing objects, the current layer, or layers 0 def red delete, the second layer was not deleted, yellow delete, close. So there is something in these layers. So yeah, we have the objects in the different layers. So I will just delete the various objects. Now whenever I go to the layer properties, this I will go on to this, delete this, it is not deleting, this one delete, this one delete, this one just not getting but the things is in this appearance solid line cancel. So you can just use the purge once again, purge drawing utilities, purge text size, shapes, block size, line types, layers, preview. There are no layers, so they are def points layers, so it will not have an impact on the various layers. So I will just make a line in this layer. Let us make a line in this layer, def layers. Okay, and I will just freeze this, cannot, because it is the current layer, close. I will just make the current layer this one, I will just make the current layer this one, and then I will freeze, escape, then I will just escape. So then I will just freeze this, just clicking on to freeze. So this is freezed, and if I go on to this like this is, I think this is not the client layers, def points. I think we have to edit the name of it. Let us just rename layer. You can just delete layer, the layer was not deleted. It is rename layer. You can just press the name also, my style, enter, and I will just give the color to red. Okay, and I can just log this, I just freeze it. So this, now this one I will just store the things up. In this I will just store the things like line, I will draw line. Okay, so when I will just delete all the shit, delete. Okay, and I will just select this as my layer. So moving on to the layer properties, I will just go to this, just delete layer, and this is deleted. So it was only of the def points. So this is all about the layers, blocks, and the various panels in the AutoCAD 2D. Almost all the aspects of the AutoCAD has been covered by us in this video. So there is a special announcement for all the Hindi speaking subscribers of us. We will be coming with the whole AutoCAD in 2 or 2.5 hours, full Hindi video, all the necessary things you want to learn the AutoCAD in 2D, just the necessary things, not detailed conversation, not detailed anything. We would just practice the things up. We will just start from the basics. Anyone who doesn't have any basic knowledge in the AutoCAD can just watch in it. It would be completely in Hindi. If a foreign guy is there, so he can just access these captions from the CC command in the YouTube. So it would just for the Hindi speaking guys, and it is for our India. It is a gift for all our India, and it is a special video on the occasion of our 1000 subscriber. So thanks for watching the video.